how are you? This is Ebony. I'm back to do another new and noteworthy plant haul for August 2019. So my first plant I want to show you is this variegated umbrella tree. I purchased this one from a nursery that's nearby, and for this big huge tree it was actually $22. I had been eyeing one at Lowe's that was really small for $14.98, and so when I got to the nursery and saw this big old tree, I just knew I couldn't afford it, but it had clearly been there for a long time, so it was a really good price, and I went ahead and bought it. I've propagated it quite a bit, and I've given it out to a few of my plant friends, cuttings that I took from it. I'm going to show you a current picture of it. I would move it over here, but unfortunately it got mealybug that I noticed last week. I had been losing a lot of leaves, and when I really looked through it I realized it had mealybug. So I've treated it. I'm pretty sure it's all gone. There's no more left, but from the stress and everything of that, every time I move this plant I start losing more leaves and stems, and I'm just gonna actually just leave it alone. I just don't want to move it again. So I'll insert some pictures here. Alright, and then we'll just move on to the next plants. These that I'm going to show you, it's kind of hard to really show you only what I purchased this time, because I purchased several cuttings. They're not rooted, they're succulent cuttings from Etsy, and I've kind of just popped them in a couple of my pots, so I'm gonna have to show you pictures of those as well. But this is where the pots are. It'll be a lot clearer if you can see the picture. When they came, they're very healthy, they're in good shape, so I'm sure they'll be fine. As you know, aeoniums are summer dormant, so all of my aeoniums that I have, I'm mostly just trying to leave them alone. This is one, an aeonium cyclops, that I just purchased on Etsy, and I just got this about a week ago. I just have it in some really airy succulent mix, but basically it's extremely leggy, as you can tell. I can't stand this. I mean, I know this is what aeoniums do, but it just looks crazy. So I actually started cutting it a little bit back at these little nodes here, because it just had little pups all over the place. So this is what's left. I'm gonna wait until the fall when it's not dormant, and then I'm gonna behead this one and root it and see if I can get it to look a little bit better. But basically the aeonium, this aeonium cyclops is one order, and I have a bunch of these little cuttings that I received in an Etsy order, and I'll just show you one. This little aeonium kiwi, these are about the size of the cuttings. They're cute. I'll put the information there, but I've just kind of stuck them somewhere to give it time to root and rest. And you know, I don't order these often at all, so I'm going to kind of show you those as well. All right, there you go. All right, now let's do some actual plant haul. This plant I saw at Lowe's, and I didn't purchase it that day. I actually left, came home the next day, and decided to just go ahead and get it. This is a type of Tradescantia, and they're super easy plants to grow. Don't need a lot of water. And as you can see, this pot is extremely full. Although I've tried to just be really careful when I was driving home from the Lowe's, several of my stems broke off, which is common with aeonium. So what I did was I just came home and put these in a vase with water, and they've been in here for, I guess, about a week, and they're already starting to root. Tradescantia are super easy to grow because they grow like weeds. So I usually just take them and put them in a pot with soil to propagate, but this time I wanted to actually have the roots grow. So they're doing that really quickly, and it's kind of interesting to see how quickly these things are rooting, and that makes me feel like they'll be fine. Also in here are some of my aeonium cyclops little cuttings that I cut, and I'm waiting just to let these root as well, these three. So this is a pretty cool pot, I guess, a pretty cool little vase of cuttings, and I'm making sure that I change the water on a regular basis because I want them to root and grow well. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. This other plant, which I got from Lowe's, this is called a juga, and it kind of grows, it's a ground cover, but it grows like a weed. So my daycare provider, who's a plant friend, had told me to just go to her front yard, pull up as much of this as I wanted. So I had a pot of it that was pretty large and looked really nice in a pot outside, and actually I didn't water it for like a week, I think, and it just dried out completely. Even though I went back watering it and trying to take care of it, it just shriveled up and dried out and died. So I saw this at Home Depot. These were two little containers that were about $2 or $3 for each of them. So I grabbed them. I like this little ground cover, and it does produce these cute little purple flowers right around at the beginning of summer. So I definitely want to hold on to this. I think it's hardy in my area just based on the way that it spread all over her yard. So that's that. What I also found, I took my first trip to Ace, and I was actually in Baltimore, and I found this alocasia poly, and it was only $5. I wanted to try getting some more exotic types of alocasia, probably kinds that are more expensive. Some of them are, but I haven't had them before, and I decided to just go ahead and get this alocasia poly. It's only $5, and see if, you know, the type of soil that I have and the way that I take care of it, if I can keep it happy, I might be willing to try and spend a little more money on some of the other types of alocasia that I like. So that's that. And then the last plant, just a little bit messy, okay, is this begonia. Actually saw this at Giant's 2 days ago when I was grocery shopping, and it's just really pretty. It's the kind that had the leaves that look kind of like snails. He's a little dry right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and water him as soon as I'm done here. But I had a creeping strawberry begonia. I kept that one alive for a long time, and I think it got spider mites ultimately and died, but I'm okay. Like, I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to take care of a begonia and keep it alive and everything else. Oh, I did want to say, when I did my last new and noteworthy, a YouTuber named Caleb sent me a message because I was talking to him about my Gynora, the purple passion plant, and he told me to go take a look at his channel. His Gynora is insane. He has so many of them. They're huge. They look really, really happy. And although I changed my soil and I tried to follow his directions, my Gynora died again. So I'm at the point where pretty much I'm done with it. But I did just want to say thank you so much for actually watching my video and trying to look out for me with that plant. It didn't work out, but there are other plants that I have that are beautiful too. So I'm just going to kind of try to be content with that. Alright, well, I hope you guys check out my other video that I posted today, which is showing my PowerPoint document that I have, where I take pictures of basically all of my plants, and I give each of them a slide just with pictures of them, their name, their botanical names, and then also their common name. And it's something I've been doing for the past like 4 or 5 years. And when I'm stressed out or I'm at work, if I'm a little bored or I'm sad and it's during my lunch break, I'll open my little PowerPoint and look at my plans, and they make me really happy. So I wanted to just share that document with you guys so you can see one way that you can arrange things so that you're able to learn the names of your plants, and also just, you know, something cool that you can share. So yeah, most of these plants, well, these plants I don't have on there yet, but I will be taking pictures of them and uploading my documents, you know, updating my documents. So alright guys, well, thank you for checking in and stopping by to check out my video. I'm having so much fun making my YouTube videos and people looking at them. It's really exciting, and I hope that I'm able to be helpful to someone else. And alright, well, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!